gone slightly wonky. Okay, good. So welcome to the last healing class of the year. Not that the time of year makes any difference, but yeah, just happens to be 31st of December, the beginning of a new year tomorrow. So it can help us think about some of the healing ideas as we go along. So the format of this class is that it always begins with just 10 minutes of gentle warm-up exercises. For me, I feel it's important to get the blood and the qi flowing around the body before we move into a standing qigong or sitting qigong exercise set. So if you're watching the video, you can just fast forward 10 minutes if you just want to go straight to the practice, as it were. But as I say, if you can do these movements, then it's really good to do them. And the other thing that's really important to know about qigong is that we can just make these movements in a very, very small, very, very delicate way. So I might be turning my body all the way to the back and looking over my shoulders, but if you can't do that, you just make a very small version of it, and you imagine that your body is turning all the way to the back. What happens over time is that your mind just thinks, this is what we're doing, and it relaxes and it releases into the movement. So over a period of time, you can gently improve the situation for your body. You don't have to do it all at once. No need to speed along with that. Okay, so our very simple warm-up exercises begin with the knees gently bent, the back nice and straight, and the arms hanging down by our sides. We're going to make a very, very gentle, easy turn, but we can start that off just by warming the spine up, just by taking a gentle turn and looking back over the shoulder and stretch the neck and the shoulder and back, and then come back to the front. Do the same for the other side. And what we're looking for is just trying to detect any discomfort gently from side to side. Do that a few more times. See how your back feels, your hips, your knees. And if everything feels okay, then we can just release the waist and allow the waist to turn from side to side. So the movement comes from deep inside the belly. We're really, really moving the core of the body from side to side. And then the spine responds to that deep inner movement. And then the arms respond to it. The hands tap onto the side of the body. The palms slap over your liver and over your spleen. The back of your wrists tap deep into the center of your back. This is an acupuncture point called the Mingmen gate. So we stimulate this important gate on the small of the back. And the forearms are just tapping onto the belly button. And the belly button, another important acupuncture point on the front. So the geography of all of that is that Mingmen is on the back, Qi is on the front, and deep in the core is where we're moving this body from. So between these 2 points, this deep inner movement just to open up and relax the body, relax the shoulders, keep the knees soft and relaxed, gently bent. I'm just going to make yet another adjustment to my camera till I get it right. Gone too far the other way now. I think that's it. It seems very, very squint and wobbly, doesn't it? It looks like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I just have to get the angle right. While you keep doing that exercise, I'll keep annoying myself until I get it right. Keep adjusting the wrong buttons and things. I think that's it now. Incredibly complex setup. At last, I think we're there. So as I say, we're just drumming onto the body, sending a vibration through the body. So in a few minutes, we'll get on to our meditation. As I say, we can do this standing in this posture with the knees bent. We can do it sitting down. So if you want to position like a dining room chair behind you that you can just sit straight down onto. You can do a hybrid of the two. You can stand as long as you can. The reason for standing is that it's a very good way of building up the energy inside your body. So if we stand, we can allow the qi to really flow inside the body. So that's the preferred method in 𝐸𝐴 Qigong, but it doesn't take into account, of course, what sort of state your body's in currently. Perhaps you're just recovering from something, and sitting is much better for you. There's also a possibility that maybe you just want to lie down and listen, and that's also no problem at all. But as I say, the power of the mind is really important. And so we really, really focus in on the idea that we can imagine doing these exercises absolutely beautifully, total, complete, and perfect. And then eventually the body will just follow suit and do it. But maybe not today. It's a slow build-up process. So, last day of the year, it's often a day where people review what's been going on, and very often on television we have, reviews of 2025, things like that. And so there's a lot to review in our year, a lot of things going on around the world. It's a good time of year to think about forgiveness. We think of forgiveness as being a very personal thing. I forgive you, or I forgive, this country, or whatever it might be. And that's predicated on a huge amount of personal judgment, personal stories. So whenever you tune into this channel, you always find me talking about patterns and personal stories. But the kind of forgiveness we're talking about goes way beyond that. It goes way beyond our personal stories. It goes much more to a kind of universal level. There's also the idea of debt. Debt is something that at the end of the year, you often find yourself thinking about your financial situation after, especially in the sort of the Western world where we celebrate Christmas so expensively. You often think about debt. And of course, debt, it's got a kind of a story that we carry. And that sort of connection between debt and between guilt. And especially we look at sort of the economic systems of the world and how, countries build up massive debts to each other and how people feel guilty when they've borrowed something from someone and they haven't been able to repay it or give it back, as it were. And so forgiveness is all part of that story as well. Debt and guilt. Guilt is something that we carry from generations. We've carried family guilt. We carry country guilt. Things that we're born with in our DNA. Things that we don't even know at a deep subconscious level, we carry. So whole nations carry guilt about the way they behave towards other nations. Hundreds of years ago even, there are still sort of problems between nations where people still think about, 200 years ago when we were attacked by those people, and think, gosh, still carrying that as a national story, as a national identity. We don't like the French, we don't like the English, we don't like the Italians, we don't like the Germans, whatever it might be. It's carried at a level where we don't really think about it, but it's just there. It's just kind of something in our subconscious. And then, as I do, I've been traveling recently, traveled a lot to places like China, and you think about political systems that you don't particularly like. You think about political leaders you don't particularly trust. And for a while I was traveling around the world and thinking, gosh, I really hope that I'm not being judged by the likes of Boris Johnson. I don't want the people around the world looking at me and thinking, gosh, that terrible leader in that political system. But then, of course, you go to all these countries and you find that the political class at the top is mostly despised. The political class at the top is not someone who we want to model ourselves on. Somehow they've clambered to the top and we no longer trust them. And then you find that everybody below the political classes are delightful, wonderful, amazing, incredible individuals. And traveling across China, when I first thought, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like China, I don't know if I'm going to like the Chinese, based on what I'd seen from their structures, political structures and so forth, and then discovered that everything is, oh, well, they're just the most delightful, and it's the most beautiful country, filled with beautiful people. And so personal judgment is derived from these stories that we hold deeply, these stories that have been given to us. Let's move on to the second part of this exercise. We slow down and we just make this exercise a bit longer, but we make it a bit slower. So yes, we have debts we owe people, we have guilt at a deep, deep subconscious level that is something we don't really, we can't really even deal with because it's not essentially our guilt. It's the guilt of our families, the guilt of our nation, the guilt of vast waves of our community. And how do we deal with something like that? So this idea of forgiveness, it's very transactional. I forgive you. But that's based on your judgment. It's based on your belief system. You've done this. I judge it to be bad. I forgive you, which makes me better than you, doesn't it? It makes me higher up than you. You're below me, I'm above you. And in order to forgive someone, there has to be this transaction, which ends up making you better and making them worse. And so in every transactional forgiveness, we have this one-upmanship where I'm the higher party who manages to forgive you for your lowly deeds. And then I end up feeling better about myself because I've forgiven you, and you end up feeling worse because you've been downtrodden by me. And so in dualistic nature, every person has to be a winner, or every time there is a winner, there has to be a loser. So in every single thing you do, trying to get ahead in business, you have to stand on other people. Trying to make more money, you have to take money away from other people. There's always a winner and a loser. So now we have to think about going beyond that. We have to think about forgiveness at a universal level. I was thinking about one of my teachers who works an awful lot with the heart and discussing with a friend of mine about how that works and is it right and has he got it right and what's missing. And I realize now that actually it's a synchronicity between the heart and the mind. If we write the mind off as a useless chatterbox, we're missing out on so much power. If we forget about the heart and only work on the mind, we're missing out the fundamental of the whole universe. And so in Chinese speech, we have a heart and mind is combined. It's one thing. The mind is seen as being an offshoot of the heart, probably vice versa, heart an offshoot of the mind. And so today we're going to try and find forgiveness at a deeper level, at a universal level, at a oneness level. Because as soon as we see that none of these things matter at all, none of our duality matters at all, then we start to see the true possibility of forgiveness. And we start to see the breaking down of the things that keep us from our unity consciousness. Okay, so let everything slow. Let everything slow. Let everything relax to a gentle stop. Whole body stops. We can gather a little bit of qi. Put your hands in the earth, lift up and gather the qi above the head. This just helps stabilize the body. Draw this qi down from the head. Move this qi down into the chest. Draw this chi deep, deep, deep into the belly. And then let the hands relax and the chi flows in the legs, goes deep into the earth. Lift up, and pour down. Finding our center deep inside our belly. Lift and gather. And gently pour. Focus the chi deep into your belly. Find your center deep in the core of your body. And then feel your connection deep into the earth. So we've turned our waist from left to right. Now we're going to bend our waist forwards and backwards. Just take it easy with these bends. We lift up in exactly the same way. Lift up into the blue sky. And then gently open the front of the body as you lean back. Your knees and hips drift forward and you gently lean back. And then stretch up. Gently lean back. And stretch up. Gently lean back. And stretch up. Once more. Back. Oh, hands up into the blue sky. Arms and ears tip over. Upper back. Middle back. Lower back. Bend. Sink down. Relax down. Body hangs. So just imagine your foot is split into 4 pieces. Imagine a line that's drawn between your toes. So we gently stretch down towards that line. And then release that bend. Imagine a line that's drawn between the roots of your toes. Just stretch towards that line, getting a little bit deeper with each stretch and release. Imagine a line that's drawn between your insteps. Stretch a little bit deeper and release. And imagine a line that's drawn between your heels. Stretch deep. Good. And release and let the body hang and relax. So we can lift the tailbone up behind, point it up into the blue sky, and then swing the tailbone towards the front of the body and start to build your spine, one vertebra at a time. Try and bring up your arms and your ears in coordination. That just helps an extra stretch on the nape of the neck. Come up, stretch up, blue sky, chi. Drift the knees and the hips gently forward and softly lean your body backwards and up, backwards, stretch up, backwards and up. And one more time, gently backwards and stretch up. Hands up in the blue sky. So we try and coordinate. We don't press our arms against our ears. We just kind of coordinate the arms and ears. So tip over the arms and ears. That bends the nape of the neck. Then we can relax into the upper back. Bend the middle back. Bend the lower back. Just keep your knees soft and relaxed and let the body hang down. You can tuck your tummy in a little bit. Let the back of the neck be soft. This first line between the toes, gently stretch down and release. In between the roots of the toes, stretch to that line and release. In between the insteps, stretch towards that line and release. Back toward the heels. Relax, release, let the whole body hang. Lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone to the front of the body, roll the spine up, head, arms and ears come up, stretch up, blue sky, chi. Knees and hips drift forward, you softly lean back, and up, back, stretch up, back, and up, back. Okay, hands up in the blue sky. You could try doing this with straight legs if you wanted, just to give the hamstrings an extra stretch. So the arms and ears tip over together, bending the nape of the neck. Then the upper back starts to bend, the middle back starts to bend, the lower back starts to bend. We keep the legs as straight as we can, and we just hang here for a moment and
And that really opens up our hamstrings. Up the back of the leg, stretching open. Okay, again, down towards the tips of the toes, and release. In line with the roots of the toes, stretching down, and release. In line with the insteps, stretching down, and release. Back toward the heels, nice deep stretch. Good, body hangs and relaxes. Let's lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone to the front of the body, start to roll the spine up, head, arms and ears gently come up, stretch up, blue sky, chi. Knees and hips drift forward, you softly lean back, and up, back, stretch up, back, and up, back. Okay, hands up in the blue sky. Last time then. So nice straight legs if possible. Arms and ears tip over, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Sink down, relax down, back of the neck soft and relaxed, tummy tucked in, stretching gently towards the toes, and release, in line with the roots of our toes, and release, toward our insteps, and release, back toward the heels, nice deep bend, and release. Body just hangs and relaxes, tailbone lifts up behind, tailbone pushes to the front, spine rolls up, head, arms and ears come up together, up, stretch, blue sky, chi. Drifting the knees and the hips forward, you softly lean back, and up, back, and up, back, stretch up, gently back. Very good. Hands up in the blue sky. Just allow the chi to pour down through your body. And let me just release our hands down gently over the top of the head, drawing chi down, moving the chi down. Sinking the chi down the center line of the body, through the neck, deep into the center of the chest, deep into the center of the belly, where we store the chi, and then we let go and the chi flows on down. Gather again and lift up, and pour down. Feel this chi gathering deep in the core of you, focusing deep into your belly. Let the hands relax and the chi pours down. Gather and lift chi. Gently pull. Final exercise of gentle side bends. Raise the right hand up. As you exhale gently, go across the left hand side. Feel the right side of your body open up in a great wide arc. Breathe in, lift up your right hand. As you exhale, swap your hands over. Breathe and stretch up on the left. And head across to the right. Feel the left side of your body arc open. Breathe and lift up. Exhale, swap over. Breathe and stretch up. And head across to the left. Feel the right side of the body completely open. Breathe and lift up. Exhale, swap over. Breathe and stretch up. And open up all the left side of the body. Once more for each side. Breathe and lift up. And exhale, swap over. Breathe and stretch up. Head across
Open up the right side of the body. Breathe and lift up. Exhale, swap over. Breathe and stretch up. Head across. And then when we breathe in, we lift up both hands. Stretch into the blue sky. Let the hands drift gently down. And then a final kind of settling, as it were. So we just gather chi up. And we pull the chi down through the body just to bring ourselves back into balance. Bring ourselves back into the core of the body. Drill everything down to the belly. And then let the hands relax. Lift up and gather. Gently pull. Once more. Focus everything deep into the center. Holding chi deep in the belly. Relaxing the hands down. So in order to bring ourselves into a really deep chi state, I'm going to sing for you the 8 phrases of chi, Dr. Pang's poem that was set to music. Just afterwards, I'll translate it for you, and you see that it contains all of the ideas of how to get into this really, really simple, deep chi state. So it goes like this. Tou Tian Che Di Xun Song Yi Chong Wai Ji Yung Ne Ji The last line we repeat 3 times, Zhou Shen Rong Rong. The body harmonizes in the chi field. So chi field is an idea from Dr. Pang's theory of how the entirety of the universe works. He says we're all deeply connected together in the chi field, that we're never separate, we're always one, connected, way beyond the mind level. Spirit, soul, I don't know. We have these words. But it suggests that there is one universal consciousness that connects us all together. The vastness of humanity. But more specifically, people who do Zheneng Qigong, Dr. Pang has set up this idea of the Zheneng Qigong field, which we can connect with. So there's the vast totality of the universe. Who knows how many other beings there might be out there? Humans connected into the kind of human chi field, as it were, consciousness field. And then a subset of that, 𝐸𝐴 Qigong practitioners, connected with Dr. Pang, connected with the teachers, connected with all of the people who do this as we're doing now. We share this place together. We share this deep connection together. So the 8 phrases talks about the process. Connect from your feet through into the earth, beyond the blue sky, out into the universe. Connect from your head, blue sky, the heavens, out into the universe. Front, behind, left and right. Let the whole body dissolve. It's only the left logical side of our brain that makes us think we're this kind of solid being who's separate from everybody else. When we get past the logic, we find that we're deeply connected. When we start to look at things like quantum science, we find that nothing is as solid as we thought it was. Everything appears to be very separate, real, distinct. But we start to find that everything is connected together. The vastness of the universe. And we are deeply connected into it. So we have these ideas in the 8 phrases. He says, let your body relax, let your mind gently expand. Feel that there's no real sort of difference between the outside and the inside. Get really quiet inside. This inner quiet brings about this deep inner peace inside your body. Something there about that. No longer at war with yourself. Bring about a state of peace this new year. Make a treaty with the subconscious that tells you all these crazy stories. Just allow the subconscious to gently go offline for a while. The mind just to become quiet. No distracting thoughts. When we think about the body expanding, we can expand out in what Dr. Pang describes as 1,000 directions. You can expand forwards and backwards, left and right, up and down, and everything in between. So no longer just trapped in this body. Now we expand out. How far can we expand? Try imagining filling the entirety of your room you're working in. If you're outside, you can imagine a huge ball of chi around you. Can you expand across your countryside, town, city? Can you expand across the entirety of your country? Across your continent? Perhaps you can see this vast expansion. Perhaps you can imagine our beautiful blue planet below us, and you able to gaze down at this extraordinary experiment that we're all taking part in. This wonderful game that we play called life and death. And see it just as that. An incredible game. A simulation, if you like. We are all consciousness. Consciousness expresses itself as a Jeremy through me, as a John, as a Peter, as a Angie, as a whatever it might be. Consciousness creates these 1.4 billion people who inhabit our planet Earth. And it plays each one like a game of chess. One move. I can do this move, you can do that move. What happens when we do this move? What happens when you do that move? How do I respond? And the whole world is this extraordinary experiment. So as I was saying before, if you blame me for making that move, is it really my fault? Or is it your judgment? You have to ask yourself why you put blame. Why are you trying to make someone else wrong and make yourself right? Why are we constantly making these judgments about everything? This is wrong. This is right. This is bad. This is good. The reason we do that is because of our reference framework. We've been given all these rules by our country, by our family, by our lovers, by our work, by our doctors, and by our priests. A vast array of people have given us belief systems. But if I say to you, why do you believe that to be the case? It's very difficult. Because then you look at it and you think, why do I believe that? Well, that comes from my religious system. I've been told my religious system by a priest, by a book. Who told them? Okay, so they were told by someone else. They were told by someone else who was told by someone else who was told by someone else. So eventually we look and we think, gosh, that belief that I'm guarding so strongly comes from a doctor, comes from a priest, their opinion of an opinion, of an opinion, of an opinion, of opinion. From your father, from your mother, who got it from their father, who got it from their mother, who got it from the great-grandfather, great-grandmother, generations of people telling you what you should believe, but never questioning their own belief. Why do they believe that? What's made them think about it? Something happened many, 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 many years ago. And now you're still acting on it. Do you need to? Do you need to blame someone else? Do you need to make yourself better than someone else? We see that our lives are just a construct of ideas. We need to find a reason for everything. What's the reason that you did that? What was the reason that I did this? We're constantly searching for reason. This is a good thing for humanity because it moves us forward, it keeps us going, it keeps us discovering things, it keeps us improving, mostly, our lives. But now, we have to go beyond the acquisition of knowledge. We see knowledge as being the most important thing to have. We hold ourselves up exceptionally highly. Professor, doctor, teacher, gathering knowledge. So addictive. We have to go beyond knowledge now. We have to see that knowledge blocks us. If you think you know it all, then you've stopped trying we have to go beyond that. We have to move ourselves to the unity consciousness of the universe. We have to go beyond you are good and I'm bad. We have to go beyond guilt, debt. We have to go beyond all of those things. So feel as you open out the vastness of our universe. Expand from our beautiful blue planet out into the solar system. Expand out into our galaxy. Imagine the vastness of the Milky Way. Expand out to the galaxies beyond. Feel your body truly open. Allow your heart to open too. Love is the answer. Love, love, love. The vastness of the universe. Just love. Your heart wide open. Feel your heart like a sun radiating from the center of your chest. Feel your love. There's a line in the King James version of the Bible that says something like, forgive us, or forgive our debtors, forgive those who trespass against us. Gosh, it's a line that I haven't used for a long time. Forgiving debts, forgiving people who trespass against us. Because now we are at one with the universe. With our heart truly open, allow the love of the universe to flow through you. So who do you naturally connect with? You're attracted to, let's say, Christ consciousness, Buddhic consciousness, Muhammad, 𝐸𝐴𝐻, the major thought processes of the world, the major religions, have these enlightened beings as their perfect examples. Many people feel that the path that's been taken by the followers is a bit confused and wrong, but at the head are these perfect beings who we should be holding as our perfect examples. And yet the stories get twisted. But that doesn't stop you directly connecting your heart to the idea of Christ consciousness, or into the Buddhic mind, the Buddhic state. There's nothing to stop you connecting to the true source. Open your heart. Allow love, pure love, to flow. So what of the mind in this process? Well, you see that our mind can guide us so beautifully across the entirety of the universe, and it's deeply supported by our heart. We can imagine the beautiful flow of energy from the heart into the mind, the beautiful flow of energy from the mind into the heart. We feel our hearts deep inside our chest, mind deep inside the head, and then find this way where the two become one. It's only when the mind and the heart unite that we can become truly universal beings, beyond the pettiness of duality. So allow yourself to expand. Feel your heart and your mind open. Feel the vastness of the universe. When we go beyond the body in this way, all of the problems of the body just gently dissolve. We go beyond the reference framework that pins all our thoughts and our problems in place. We still our mind. We know that the mind and the heart are deeply connected. When we're working from a heart and mind in perfect connection, then we're working from a place of love. Perhaps if we're only working from our heart, we can end up in a slightly unreal place. A slightly unreasonably unreal place. When we work from our mind, we just end up with all sorts of problems. I remember seeing a quote. The mind is not there to make you happy. The mind is there to keep you safe. The heart is there to make you happy. And so heart combined with mind means that we are safe and we are happy. Our primary concern is for our safety. And shortly after that is the need to love. But the need to love truly, without condition. The need to love truly at a universal level. And indeed, going beyond need to just being love. Heart and mind in perfect connection, radiating love out into the world, feeling safe because now we understand that none of this matters. Now we understand there's no point in taking anything personally, because the person is just a collection of reasons. The reason I do this, the reason I do that, the reason I am like this, the reason that I always say that. We are just this vast collection of reasons given to us over a lifetime. See through the reasons. See through the knowledge. Go beyond as unity consciousness. Travel with your heart and your mind together as one. The mind keeping you safe, and the heart filling you with love. Go beyond the problems. Go beyond the worries. Open your heart. Open your heart. Open your heart. Feel the beautiful movement of love from your heart moving up into your mind. Feel the support of the mind moving deep into your heart. Feel the unity that this brings to your body. Feel the oneness of it all. As we stand here, we feel the openness out into the universe, the story beyond ourselves. Release, relax, let go, let go, let go, let go. The things that control you are not real. The things that make you ill are just illusions created by you. Sometimes that's very difficult to accept. Sometimes it's terribly difficult to believe that you might do this to yourself. But somewhere along the way, you've gathered a story. You've been given a story. You've allowed yourself to take on these ideas. Because nobody can do anything to anybody else. We are all individuals. We can only change ourselves. But the implication of that is that we can only take on things that at some level we think we deserve to take on. Somebody tells us that we're not a useful person, we're not worthy of this life. And we believe them because they're in authority. They tell us that because they feel bad about themselves. They feel that way. And they feel that by telling other people that they'll slightly feel better. Again, one person climbing on top of another to make themselves right while they make the other person wrong. You have two responses possible. One is to say, no, that's your story, you keep it. More likely when we're young, we just say, well, That person's so old and knowledgeable, they must be right. I'm not worth it. And so begins a lifetime of believing that you're not worth it, of taking on stories that fit with that. But at some level, you have to accept that you allowed that into your life. So now it's time to open your life up, to open yourself out to the universe, to go beyond the stories, the reasons, the knowledge, in inverted commas. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Time to let go. Time to allow the love of your heart to radiate through your body. Feel your heart. Imagine deep in the center of your chest, your heart is radiating chi, radiating love. This deep connection between the heart and the mind. Allow the heart to radiate love through all the old stories and patterns. We imagine all the old stories and patterns to be like winter, to be like ice, a wall of ice. And now the heart, like a sun, radiating love. Feel those patterns start to melt. Feel the sun radiating through every cell of your body, melting the ice, melting the old stories, dissolving the old patterns. Your heart, deep inside, what is called Shen, the spirit of your heart, throughout the whole of your body. Our heart has been cut off. We can make an approximation of love. But now, this is true love. Really loving yourself. Bringing deep focus to every one of these stories and then seeing it melt as the sun radiates through. Sheets of ice turning to water. Icicles dripping down and melting. All of these old stories flowing away. A river returning back to the ocean. No longer needed by you. The sun dries out these stories. They blow away like the autumn leaves. All that is left is pure, universal you. Bathe in the sunlight of unity consciousness. Just stay quiet for a couple of minutes and radiate in this sunlight of unity consciousness. We are all deeply connected in this chi field. I love you with all my heart. This deep connection beyond knowledge. There is only one energy in the whole of the universe. This deep consciousness, this deep love, where we all connect as one, beyond our stories, beyond our patterns, beyond reason and knowledge. Just deep love. I love you with all my heart. At this level of connection, anything can change. At this level of connection, anything can be healed. Anything can be healed. Allow this universal consciousness to heal your life. deep in the qi field, changes taking place deep inside your body, deep inside your DNA, deep inside your life. Everything shifts and changes. Anything can change for you in a moment, just in a flash. Anything can shift. Allow that to be true. Allow that to penetrate your life. Perhaps when you feel ready, you can start to gather qi back to your belly. Perhaps you can hold a big ball of qi in front of your belly for a few moments, radiating energy inside your body. It's important for us to have beautiful qi flowing through every cell of our body. But that's not really what we're about today. What we're about today is universal healing at a deep, deep, deep level of love and trust, and ultimately surrender. Surrender, letting go and allowing the universe. We could slowly gather our hands back to lower dantian. We could feel this vast ball of energy going deep into the belly. Hold the qi inside. Gather the qi inside. But know this beautiful connection between your heart and your mind. The mind bringing about that feeling of safety. The heart bringing about that feeling of love. And the combination of the two feels like coming home. Feels like coming home to your body. The qi is the new start. The qi is the fresh energy that flows through you, that will fill you for a new year. But the love is what brings about the change. Love yourself. Love your fellow man. Love this crazy earth that we live on. Love, love, love yourself. Deep love for yourself. So keep your heart open. Don't let it close. Keep your mind soft. Try and stay in the qi state, or return to the qi state whenever you can. Don't be cross with yourself if you don't do it too often. That's also counterproductive. As we stand here, or sit here, or lie here, we can feel the qi deep in every cell of the body. Strong and powerful, supporting every process in our body. So we have this huge ball of qi that we've built up deep inside the belly. Lower dantian qi is abundant. Blood and qi flow well through the body. This vast reservoir of qi deep in the belly. Just imagine that we can take this wonderful flow of chi and draw it up our spine, bring it up into our neck, illuminate the whole of your head with this incredible ball of chi. Know that it's keeping your brain working incredibly well, very sharp, every neuron firing well, every synapse connecting well, your brain tip-top condition, sharp as a razor blade. The sensory organs working well. Imagine chi deep inside your eyes, in the root of your eyes, going down deep into the center of your brain through the nerves. Eyes bright, working well. Sense of smell, the olfactory system, deep into the sense of taste, your mouth, and of course all your teeth and tongue and everything working well. The ears, your auditory system, strong, clear. No tinnitus, no problems with your hearing. Just imagine your hearing clear, strong. All of these sensory organs connected by your nerves. The nervous system runs down the spine and throughout the whole body like a marvelous network. Imagine this incredible network of chi. Your nerves in perfect working order. In the center of the brain, we have pituitary and pineal glands. In the throat, we have the thyroid, parathyroid, chest, the thymus, down into your adrenal glands, down into the sexual organs. All of this is our endocrine system. Imagine your endocrine system functioning really well. All of your hormones in perfect balance. Deep in the center of the chest, we have our heart pumping the blood, but the whole blood system from the liver through the spleen up into the lungs, into the heart, everybody plays a part, working well. Blood and chi flow round your body really well. From the mouth all the way through our stomach and spleen, our whole digestive system. Imagine it working well. The urinary system working well. And of course, round the back, your kidneys are strong, in perfect working order. The stronger our kidneys become, the less fear in our lives, the more we can live this fearless life that we're asking for, where your heart is open, where you love, where you can open yourself to the universe without fear. So feel that you can just boost your kidney chi right now. Send chi deep inside your kidneys. All fear is banished. Feel like the warrior of your life. The sexual system, no matter what age we are, no matter what stage of our life, everything working well. And then structural things. Think about the bones, the muscles, the tendons, the sinews, everything working well. Inside our joints, the fluid, synovial fluid, all the fluids of the body, like saliva and tears and things like that. Everything working well. To the nails, to the hair on your body, the hair on your head, everything. And of course, finally the skin. Imagine your skin in perfect working order. Imagine your skin beautiful, clear, clean, pure. And then round the skin, imagine the Wei Qi layer, this strong, powerful layer of energy around your skin that keeps you safe. Lower Dantian Qi, flowing up your spine into your brain, to your neck, your shoulders, to your arms, pouring down your spine, your ribs, through your torso, down into your hips and your pelvis, pouring down into your legs, hips, knees, and ankles in perfect working order, feet in perfect working order. Whole of the body encompassed inside this beautiful Wei Qi layer that protects you. Inside the beautiful Qi body, a bubble of Qi, this meter to the left and right, front and back, above and below, this bubble of Qi that protects you, that connects you so well to the outside world, connects you appropriately, but protects you too. So you feel this Qi body around you. You feel the integrity of everything in your body. There's nothing that is wrong in your body. Don't judge it that way. Your body's just doing what it's doing right now. And you can change your mind. You can change what happens inside your body. So decide to make that change this new year. Decide to change and shift and move to a model of love, radiating love. Become your own personal sun, radiating love throughout your life. Okay, so we're now just going to gather our hands back to the belly if they're not there. Let's draw 3 little circles round lower dantian. So we circle round lower dantian, and this just kind of brings us back into this time and space, brings us back into the body. And then when we circle 3 times in the opposite direction, stores chi deep inside, holds all this wonderful energy, keeps us with this vast store of chi to keep us going throughout our days, weeks. Just imagine yourself as a being of light. Every cell in your body is working well. All functions of your body, perfect working order. Think about that. All functions of your body, perfect working order. This is the ideal we're moving towards. You can be healthy. Listen to me when I say, you are healthy. You are healthy. Each tiny step forward, every single day, you improve. Every single day, you move forward. Every single day, your body shifts in a positive way. You are healthy. Put a big smile on your face. Slowly open your eyes. Let's bring a little bit of movement back into our body. What do you need to move? Do you need to stretch your shoulders, stretch your arms, stretch your spine? Perhaps you need to do a bend. It's fine to bend, but coming back up can make you really dizzy, so let's just take it nice and easy. If you decide you wish to do a bend, take it slow and easy. Come up really, really slow and easy. Bring this little bit of movement back into your body. Very good. So, to finish our class, we say hao la. So hao la, translation from Chinese, means good already. Everything we've done, fixed, sorted, all of this is stamped, if you like. Stamped, done, completed, fixed. So what we do is we put our hands up in the air. I count 1, 2, and we say hao la. If you unmute yourself, you suddenly alarmingly arrive on YouTube, so don't do that. I'll know you're saying hao la with me. This is the idea. This goes up onto YouTube afterwards, and you can share it with friends and family. Okay, so let's put our hands up in the air. 1, 2. Hao la. 1, 2. Hao la. 1, 2. Hao la. Lovely. Okay, so in 𝐸𝐴 Qigong, we have a little salute. You bring your feet together. So your right hand comes up in front of you. The left hand goes down on top. You pull the fingertips together. Thumb goes on the end. So like a yin and yang symbol, really. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being here all year. Thank you very much for all of your support and wonderful best wishes for 2026. I hope you have an extraordinary and wonderful year. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the new year. I'll be back on the 6th of January. Bye. Have a great one.